organizational versus network mindsets. I've just been thinking about this for 2 days now, and I tend to speak to people like you all do about our organizations, and it's what we do. And network doesn't pay my salary. The organization does. But in this today, I thought I'd give this a shot to talk about, and this is a good example of how I talk. I talk in terms of numbers and black dots, and this is what we're doing around the state. And I get done doing this, and I've given them a bunch of quantitative information, but there's not a lot of quality in that information unless you can apply it to something bigger. So what I've done here, and I'm going to try to tell you in the next 6 minutes, is to take the work that we've done and to put it in context with the Illinois Wildlife Action Plan. So far, Illinois Audubon, the work we've done, I could say it's a mission, but it really hasn't fit within a framework. So that's what this is. So if I go back to the plan has 8 elements. And Tamika, those are those elements. We wonder about the critters, we wonder about the habitat, we wonder what's threatening them, we think of actions to help. And then we monitor, and we revise, we review, and we engage the public. And those are the 8 elements of the Wildlife Action Plan. That's the point of it. And within the plan, then there are, how many did we guess? We said 7, and then we decided there were 6. I think I've got 7 listed there, don't I? So these are the campaigns of the Wildlife Action Plan. And again, thinking about the Illinois Audubon Society, we've really been focusing in this case, the farmland and the prairie campaign have been where our focuses are. We have been working in other campaigns around the state, but to talk to a group and to talk to it in terms of our network, the Farmland and Prairie campaign made the most sense to me. There are goals of the Farmland and Prairie campaign that are grassland, shrubland, shrub wetland, in essence, agricultural lands back into those states are the campaign goals, as Mike had said, and of course incentives and assistance. And we talked about things like the USDA programs, Safe Acres for Wildlife, are out there to help us. So within the Farmland and Prairie campaign and the Illinois Audubon Society, we drilled down and said, let's look at the campaign in the Southern Till Plain Natural Division and the work that we've been doing there. In the Southern Till Plain Natural Division state, as you can see by that pink circle, it's pretty much what is within that. So our work is specific in the division and then in the Shrubland and Prairie campaign, in this case, the Prairie Ridge landscape. And the Illinois Audubon Society has been working in the Prairie Ridge landscape for, in essence, 15 years. And yeah, that's one of our favorite birds of the Prairie Ridge landscape. It's a greater prairie chicken. So when we talk about the Wildlife Action Plan, we talk about Illinois Natural Area Inventory Sites. And what are those? And it's a language that not many of us use. But those are the high quality habitat, sustainable habitat, Nature Preserve Commission easements. We have 6 different categories of INAI sites. But actually, we only have 5. We have a 5, but nothing exists there right now. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6 are the INA categories. And then this is an example of some of the parcels that we've protected. I lost the top of my screen there. In our Mount Vernon Hill Country section of the Southern Till Plain Natural Division. And you saw those acres. Here are numbers of acres we have protected. And this is in the Effingham Plains section of the Southern Till Plain Natural Division. There you see a short-eared owl and a harrier harassing a snowy owl. And that's in Vermilion County. I think that picture was taken. So we drilled down. So that's the work Illinois Audubon is doing in terms of context, to our office and our mission. But I think the important point is that it's not just us that's doing it. And we have been doing this work, but we've not been doing it as an organization. We went into it with our mission, but we didn't really have a framework other than we knew we wanted to work in this area, in the Southern Till Plain, and specifically in this case, we kind of realized we were in the Farmland and Prairie campaign, but we've done it with partners to acquire, partners to help us restore, and ultimately to steward the land. And those partners are working throughout the state of Illinois. We didn't necessarily plan to be part of this in terms of carrying out our mission, But in view of the Wildlife Action Plan, that is exactly what we're doing. Doing so to the point that our board of directors realized that when we're working on our own mission, our own 5-year plan and beyond, that our work in land protection should be in relation to the Illinois Wildlife Action Plan, to the point that we now actually have that language in our governing documents when it comes to how we approach land protection opportunities. You know, good example, our recent acquisition at Amboy Marsh, when we went into that acquisition opportunity 100% within an Illinois Natural Area Inventory site. So thanks to the Wildlife Action Plan, we're thinking in those terms. We also knew that there were a lot of partners working in that area. So when we started building up the concept of actually making an offer and going for this land, we already knew that we had a whole host of land conservation partners working in that conservation opportunity area, in this case the Green River Lowland opportunity area. And today those partners are on our local sanctuary committee. They're a part of how we step forward at that property. And you know, I think that we do have a mission, but thanks to the Illinois Wildlife Action Plan, we now also have a framework. And we're working within that framework. And now as the next level of the plan is starting to be revised and retooled, I think we're in a much better position to help inform that.